people have actually cut holes in the wall, that's supposed to be protecting that border. People have actually, you know, built or dug holes into that wall or underneath it and got into the United States. So why do you have it in the first place? Whatever. Anyway, so the president isn't faithfully executing that law, and that is not treason, but it's bad. It's illegal. It's up for impeachment if they really wanted to do it. All right, anyway, enough of that. I wanted to get back to that email that I got. I believe that it is unconstitutional for any of the welfare programs to be in place. The General Welfare Clause. Yeah, the definition of the welfare is like the last slide nearly, Sarah. It's like the last slide, welfare. Okay, so welfare as defined by the, well, it's not defined by the Constitution, but you have to always take back, you have to always look back to the time period of when that language originated. Welfare as defined back then is health, happiness, or prosperity, or well-being. And that's of the United States, not of people. So, welfare in today's context also means originated efforts on the part of public or private organizations to benefit the poor, or simply public assistance. This is not the meaning of the word as used in the Constitution. Go ahead and look it up. It's at usconstitution.net. So it's basically totally wrong that the judicial branch didn't do its due diligence to check on the language of the Constitution at the time it was written. Therefore, all these programs ever since whenever, they're unconstitutional. Therefore, to answer the email, let me bring it up. Hold on. I got too much going on over here. All right. So he goes, "Hello, Josh. Saw your show the other week. You were off to a good start. Thanks. Your show reminded me of a few points I've listed below, and I've already gone over a couple. Hopefully, you got other folks thinking. Blah, blah. On your next show, you may want to comment on the special election to replace Senator Kennedy, and is this healthcare bill unconstitutional? I'll try and catch the show live and call in. That would be awesome. Anyway, I have no comment on the special election to replace the late senator. Like I said, I really don't see much of a difference between the two parties, though I do not agree with what happened. Governor Patrick and the legislature, they basically wanted to just have someone appointed for the time being. So basically, this isn't about the election. This is the appointment for the interim. And the law that was on our books as Massachusetts. And so I think that was wrong. That was very wrong. I mean, in the middle of, once the senator basically passed away, the legislature and the executive basically just wanted to do their own thing and not listen to the population. And that's wrong. Just changing a law because someone passed, that's wrong. That's, no. It's immoral, I think. I mean, it's not even the fact that the Republicans had no choice, which I don't really see a difference in the parties, but it is still wrong to change a law, because of that. Now, my take on the health care bill, as I said, the General Welfare Clause was meant for one thing and one thing only. It was just to preserve happiness as a whole, not segment one part of the population off. And it's, wow, okay. Basically, You're taking money from the younger population and giving it to the older population. It's a transfer of wealth. Okay, anyway, I said my piece, but it's still unconstitutional. It's un-Republican, if you want to put it in that terminology, as in republic, this kind of republic. But Republican, yeah. Anyway, so that's what it is. It's a transfer of wealth. It's unconstitutional in the first place, and it's wrong. It's immoral. It will be a transfer of wealth, and you will see the. I think you will see the capability of hospitals just completely change. You know, it'll go downhill completely. And it is, I don't know if it's socialism, but I'd say it's fascist, actually. It's more than socialism. It's fascist because the corporations are actually working in collusion with this bill. Why do you think all this is done behind doors? You know? Anyway. So that would put it on the right side of the spectrum because the corporations are making profit, not us, as the little people. That would be socialism. Fascism is when the corporations go up, not us. So, all right, I'm done with that. So remember, okay, so all of that falls under the Continental Congress. Yeah, call me, you know. Call me if you have any reservations about what I'm saying or if you totally agree with me. Now I want to go over, okay, so we're a republic. I'm completely changing the topic, almost. I do that a lot, don't I? Okay, so we're going on to what is a nation and what is a country and what are we precisely? Now, it has been argued, I've been doing some extensive research on this. A nation can be real or imaginary. A nation. All right, I don't want to take this out of context, and oh man, this is going to cause a lot more problems. But yeah, call me. All right, so a nation, we are not a nation, technically. We are not a nation. We are a country, because we have borders. A nation is more of a state of mind. It is a thought process. That's why you always hear politicians talking about this. We are a country because we have borders and they're clearly defined. So a country, this has been construed as well. A countryside is, you know, more rural. You know, go out to Iowa, Kansas, that's very rural, and countryside. Country is a definitive border. A nation it can be imaginary, and because this is the only reason why it's imaginary, though, is because there are many different cultures inside of the United States. If you go up to New England, you know, we can't pronounce our R's. I don't, most of the time. You know, I say water. I can't say water. You know, if I go to Connecticut, I'll start pronouncing it right because, you know, I'm in a completely different field. You know, it's also, yeah, it is based on accent, but it's also, it's more than that. It's thought process, a way of life. Texans are very different from us. You know, they're very, very independent. You know what I mean? I'm becoming more independent myself, obviously, but, you know, there's more of this communal feeling when you come up to New England, and especially Boston, or even if you go to New York. You know, it's very, and a lot of people are aggressive over here, you know, like, ugh, stay away from me. Or Texas, you know, they just carry a gun, but they're very nice to you. So what I'm trying to say is, a nation is a mindset, and only if they're all one mindset. So we're not exactly a nation. you could almost make an argument that New England is a nation. And even New York and Jersey, you know, we're kind of all reasonably the same. If you go to, let's say, Nevada or Utah, they're very, or actually, I can't really say, Nevada is its own culture. So you see what I'm saying? There are very many different cultures within the states. Now, but that's what makes us a country, is the borders. We're all bordered up. Excuse me. And it's defined by legislation as well. So we do have a country.